Hi, it's Alan from Crashtest Security. In this video, I will tell you how to disable an insecure algorithm and what makes them dangerous. So let's get started. Using insecure cryptography is a common and severe vulnerability. It is listed in second place, under cryptographic failures, in the 2021 OWASP Top 10 Vulnerabilities list. Cryptographic vulnerabilities may arise for several reasons, both due to insecure encryption algorithms and hashing algorithms. Insecure cryptographic algorithms are a vulnerability that impacts how sensitive data is stored and transmitted online. Rather than a single type of vulnerability, it applies to the insecure use of cryptography due to the following: reliance on poor key storage and management processes, using custom encryption protocols that have not been tested extensively, using insecure, deprecated, or disallowed cryptographic algorithms. Cryptographic vulnerabilities frequently arise when using the Transport Layer Security (TLS) or the now deprecated Secure Sockets Layer (SSL) protocols. TLS/SSL use different cipher suites that usually include key exchange, authentication, encryption, and message authentication code (MAC) algorithms to secure the data they transmit. Depending on the algorithms being used, a vulnerability may be present in transferring data, allowing attackers to mount an attack. A successful attack on a weak cipher can lead to sensitive data, such as authentication, payment, or medical details, and code or intellectual property being exposed and stolen. It could also allow attackers to manipulate or destroy data, or take over a whole system and compromise it. Finally, such an attack, as in the below example, can also cause reputational and material damages. The extent of the damage being done is limited to the type and the value of the data that becomes compromised. For example, in 2011, the PlayStation Network was breached, leading to the details of 77 million accounts being leaked, including the credit card information of about 12 million users. As a result, Sony had to pay $15 million in a settlement. Attacks such as Drown, Poodle, Beast, and other kinds of downgrade attacks, renegotiation attacks, and algorithms make use of vulnerabilities. Insecure cryptography can apply to one of the algorithms used in a cipher suite, or to a combination of algorithms. It frequently applies to the ciphers used for encryption and decryption, or the algorithms used as hash functions. However, vulnerabilities in authentication and key exchange algorithms can also be found. Sometimes vulnerabilities are present only in specific cipher versions and are fixed in later versions, or they are possible in SSL but not in TLS. Encryption algorithms are a way to secure communication and ensure it doesn't end up in the wrong hands, or that even if it does, it cannot be deciphered. Hash algorithms are a type of one-way cryptography with several purposes, one of which is verifying the integrity of messages or files, i.e., it guarantees that it has not been tampered with in transmitting a file. They can also be used for password verification, signature generation, and more. Vulnerabilities can arise in both algorithms, and several are known to have issues. According to the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, weak algorithms typically fall under two categories: deprecated and disallowed. Deprecated ciphers have been found to hold some vulnerabilities, and their use is not considered safe without certain risks. In contrast, disallowed ciphers are those types of algorithms that are unsafe to use. The following cipher modes of operation are generally considered unsafe for use and should be avoided: Data Encryption Standard, DES, and Triple Data Encryption Algorithm, TDEA or Triple DEA, Cipher Block Chaining, CBC, Electronic Codebook, ECB, Blowfish, RC4, RC2. In addition to the above, the following hash functions have also been found to contain significant vulnerabilities and should not be used: SHA-1, MD2, MD4, MD5, RIPEMD, and RIP-EMD128. Whirlpool. These are some of the most known ciphers and problematic hash functions. Though the list is not exhaustive, it is always recommended to check which ciphers you are using and whether they are up to date with the latest security recommendations. Cryptanalysis is analyzing a system to spot a cryptographic weakness and exploit it. Typically, cryptographic attacks occur based on a vulnerability inherent in the code, cipher, cryptographic protocol, or key management scheme used by the system. For example, downgrade attacks rely on an insecure configuration in some SSL or TLS protocols. Once the attacker successfully downgrades to a vulnerable protocol version, This allows them to eavesdrop on the communication between the client and server. Due to vulnerabilities in ciphers, such as the CBC mode of encryption, they can then make out the key used for encryption, decrypt the ciphertext they have recorded, and turn it into plain text. Some of the main types of cryptographic attacks include brute force attack, cipher-only attack, known plaintext attack, chosen plaintext attack, chosen ciphertext attack, differential and linear cryptanalysis, side channel attack, replay attack. Insecure cryptographic algorithms can create significant vulnerabilities, leading to significant damage. This is why it is good to make sure you are using secure algorithms and have disabled any insecure algorithms. Preventing cryptographic attacks is a fairly straightforward process. Generally, the rule is to use stronger algorithms, message digest functions and ciphers, and strong key sizes. Your security team must be up to date with the latest cryptographic industry standards and guidelines, like the ones provided by an IST. Setting up a robust TLS configuration is another important element of your prevention. Alongside this measure, you could also consider implementing perfect forward secrecy and enabling TLS fallback SCSV and HTTP strict transport security. The algorithms shown in the video are currently considered safe to use and aligned with security recommendations. Try Crashtest Security today to discover how it integrates into your development stack for efficient, automated vulnerability scanning. The trial is free. Also, subscribe to the Crashtest Security Channel to get more information about the most significant web security threats, their prevention, and how to use the Crashtest Security Suite. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next video.